Well, on November 2nd, voters in New Jersey will elect their next governor. Current governor, Democrat Phil Murphy, is leading in the polls, but Republican candidate Jack Ciattarelli is hoping to change that before election day.
We're joined now by CBN chief political analyst David Brody. David, the latest polling from Stockton University shows New Jersey's Murphy, and we should mention your birth state, with about a 10-point advantage, 51-40. Is that a slim enough margin for Jack Ciattarelli to close the gap in the last few weeks leading up to the election?
Well, first of all, let me not bury the lead. Thank you, John, mentioning that I was born in New Jersey. I'm rooting for the candidate that's from New Jersey, by the way. I just want to put that on record. Look, Ciattarelli was down double digits, 13, 14, 15 points about a month ago. It is now 9. So as you might imagine, the Ciattarelli campaign thinking that they are making some headway. And indeed, they are to a degree. But look, let's remember, New Jersey is a Democratic state. They don't call it New Jersey over there. They call it Blue Jersey. And it's a solid blue jersey. And so this is a very, very hard race for Ciattarelli to win. So it's going to be an uphill climb. But is he making progress? Yes. But it might be too much or too little too late. Yeah, that's the expression.
David, it's also a state that produced Governor Christie, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're right. And so this is what Ciattarelli's trying to do. He's trying to moderate, if you will, a little bit, right? Be a Republican governor that moderates some of his positions. And what we've seen on the abortion issue, for example, yeah, he's pro-life, but he's also said that if Roe v. Wade is overturned, he wants to codify, this is the Republican candidate, Ciattarelli, wants to codify Roe v. Wade into the New Jersey Constitution. Well, that's not very conservative of him at all. So once again, that gives you a sense of how he's trying to kind of split the difference there in New Jersey.
Yeah. David, the Virginia governor's race has garnered a ton of media attention, while this New Jersey race hasn't made quite the same statement. Given Democrats really kind of hurting in the polls right now with President Biden there, and then one concern in the Virginia's race is McAuliffe, the Democrat, is trying to distance himself from Biden. Do you think that'll be the same in New Jersey, and could that be an in for Ciattarelli?
Well, no, I think actually embracing Biden in Jersey is better than embracing him 200 to 300 miles down the road in Virginia. So, look, McAuliffe has got his own issues. You know, it's interesting. Biden and Obama are coming on board to campaign for McAuliffe, and McAuliffe is thinking in Virginia, thanks, but maybe not right now because your approval rating, Joe Biden, isn't all that great. So he's got a tough situation. In New Jersey, much different. There's no doubt Governor Murphy will enjoy that because once again, Democrats run the deal up there.
David, as Jenna was just saying, not a lot of media attention there on the New Jersey race. So can you give us a little bit of an idea of what are some of the biggest issues on the minds of New Jersey voters?
Yeah, I mean, look, Governor Murphy, if he wins, once again, he's up 9 points in the latest Monmouth poll, he'll win because of COVID. And you say, wait, win because of COVID? Yeah, because his mandates and many of the mandates that he's put in place as New Jersey governor approved by about 62% of people in New Jersey. Why? Once again, back to Blue Jersey. Let's also remember, very important here, in New Jersey, there are 1 million more Democrats registered to vote than Republicans. So this is a true and true blue state, and that's why COVID and the mandates are working in New Jersey, unlike in Florida and some other places, obviously conservative places as well. So COVID is the big issue in New Jersey. Once again, Ciattarelli's trying to make it about property taxes and business taxes are out of control. Yeah, that's great, but COVID is dominating the conversation up there.
David, your prediction, who is the next governor of New Jersey?
Well, I don't like to make predictions, Jenna, but you know that. No, I'm just kidding. Governor Murphy obviously looks to be the pretty clear winner in the polls right now, and there's no reason to believe that won't hold up. I mean, look, he needed a viral moment, him being Ciattarelli, the Republican needed a viral moment in the last debate. That did not happen. As a matter of fact, the crowd was so boisterous that debate this past week that it was hard to kind of hear any candidate at times. So, look, he didn't get the viral moment. He needed a big moment. He didn't get it. And Murphy looks like he's going to just cruise on in.
David, real quickly, we should ask, for those who didn't get a chance to watch that debate, why was the crowd so boisterous?
Well, a lot of different reasons. First of all, they didn't have any sort of time limit. When I say time limit, they had a time limit, but they weren't able to control the crowd. I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, the audience was raucous, and a lot of times in these debates, they tell you, please hold your applause to the end, and then what happens? No one ever does that. And in New Jersey, please, it's the home of Snooki. I mean, really? I mean, look, I was born in Jersey. I can tell you, they ain't holding their applause to the end. No way.
All right, David Brody, it's great to get your insights. Again, the election is November 2nd.